Friends, just look around us here. Look at this beautiful nature. What does it make you think of? Wow. It makes me think of what a creative God are we serving? Someone that creates trees and grass and sunlight and nature and everything that's around us. Isn't it awesome? You know, we need to start thinking in that way when we love people. We need to start thinking of loving people creatively. When I think about Jesus and his life, he did that a whole bunch of times in his life. He loved people in a creative way, in a way they didn't expect it, and in a way that was culturally unacceptable. I just think about the lady at the well. Just think about her life. This lady comes to the well, probably not thinking anything. And then Jesus shows up, a rabbi, someone of a way higher state, way higher looked up on. And what does he do? He says, hey, could you get me some water? He honors this woman and shows her hey, I love you. You were special to me. Because she was people at that time, especially a rabbi, would never, first of all, talk to a woman. And secondly, would talk to someone from that lower seen tribe. It's crazy, but he broke every cultural thing in a creative way. Wow. And there's so many ways of loving people. And let's be creative and do it. I was just thinking about something for Christmas. One year we baked Christmas cookies and just gave it to people. And you know how loved they felt? That's how you show the love of the Father. Or you write a card to them. Or you're just gonna see someone on the street a stranger and be hey, you're special, you're loved. Show them. I remember a little while ago, I came home from the coffee shop and was walking up my hill, and then on the top I see a guy, a Chinese guy, and I was going up to him and be hey, how are you? What's up? What are you trying to find? Because we often find people that get lost up there. And he's I'm trying to find a place where I can just charge my phone because I want to take a few more pictures. And I'm oh yeah. And we get in a conversation. This conversation is probably going on for I don't know, probably 45 minutes, half an hour. And he tells me about his label. He has a fashion label. He does clothing. Trust me, I'm not interested in clothing very much because I have no idea about it. My wife, on the other side, she's all excited about it. I'm definitely not. But you know what? Showing love to someone sometimes means show them that you care about what they care about. That conversation kept going, and it eventually ended up him inviting over to our house and sitting down there because it got a little cold out there and having dinner together. This guy was blown away. He was just out there, a tourist, walking around, being lost in the city, and now he gets invited into the home of someone. And then at the end of the night, I asked him if I can pray for him. So we ended up praying for him. And he was blown away because he said somebody else prayed for him recently, and he didn't know God. But God showed up twice, and it was both times through love. I want to challenge you this week to really find creative ways of loving people around you. There's so many people around you, at your work, your neighbors, people that live in your town, people that you see when you go shopping at the grocery store or whatever. There's so many creative ways of loving people. Show them they're special. This world needs to see that there's a loving God who is good, a Father who is good, and who wants good for you. We're in so desperate need in this world to know that our Father's good, because everything around us is not looking that good at times. If you look at Paris, you see terrorist attacks. If you look at Africa, you see the same thing. You see it all over the world. This world is in desperate need of love. And if you want to change the world, and if you want to see the world being transformed, bring a loving Father with you into this world. Bring God's love to people. That's going to change their lives for forever. Start today. Start this week. Make a difference. Pick one person a day. It's just one person. Because every person matters. Start today. Have a blessed week.